Hi everybody, it's Chris at the Cloverdale Transit Authority, and today we've got some items. Two of the items, these two items were sent by a friend, and then a couple other items came from eBay. I found them, happened to be part of this set, and they are post-war, mid 1950s. So I already got these out of the box, but I left them wrapped up. Let's take a look and see what we got. Well, at least my friend wrapped them very well. Oh, all right. Okay. So here's a Lionel 2436 observation car. And it's a little dirty. You know, he said he, used it for years and thought I might enjoy it. So coupler looks really good. Has the contact down here. I mean, everything's really good. It's just dirty and maybe a little scratched up. But this is the 2436. You can see that 2436 Summit observation car. So, but everything is there. So let's take a look. I'm sure you can hopefully guess what this is. Or you've got an opportunity to guess at what it is because it's obviously part of this set, but which car is it from this set? Ah, all right. Awesome. I'm excited. I'm glad he was thinking about me. So this is the Elizabeth 2435. This is the passenger coach. Everything looks to be pretty good on there. There's just, these are dirty, but, that's what happens after years of playing around with them. Pickup roller looks really good. Wiring looks really good. Couplers look really good. This one might be a little weak. Well, we might as well throw it away now. Anyway, so as I was saying before I totally destroyed this whole thing, this one looks a little weak. So that doesn't look like it's going to hold. Boy, well, I might have destroyed it all now. Anyway, hopefully I didn't mess up the bulb. But yeah, so the coupler is a little weak. Might need to be oiled first. Probably take that off of there and see what I can do with this. It is articulated, so, well, we'll see. We'll see. This one looks really good, but this one just does not want to stay shut. So I'm sure some of you out there have your own method of doing that. So sorry about dropping that. Gosh. Didn't add any new scratches that probably weren't there. But the couplers on here, that looks pretty good. Obviously, there's no coupler on the rear because it's an observation car. So, all right, so that's those two unwrapped. Let's take a look at what we've got next. So now that we have the 2435 and the 2436 that came from a friend, I had to go out on eBay to get the rest of the set. That came out in the mid 1950s and carried through to the late 1950s. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this passenger car set from Lionel as soon as we get them out. But so here's the eBay purchase that will complete the set. So let's go ahead. I haven't opened it up yet, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so there is the 2434 Newark passenger car. And again, it's pretty much in the same condition as the other ones are, and working couplers. See, they're magnetic, so there it goes. Awesome. And that's a working coupler. All the wiring seems to be in great shape. Yeah, all right. So, perfect. Okay. Well, there is the 2434. So, all right. Hey, here we go. The 2432 dome car, Clifton dome car. Again, a little bit dirty, but That's fine. Coupler works really well on that end. Coupler works well on that end. Wiring is really nice. I don't know if these light up yet. We'll find out when we get them on the track. But yeah, one thing I thought about here before I do any cleanup on these, and again get this one car over for a little bit of maintenance, and then we'll get these out and we'll run them here on the breakfast table. But I just wanted to show you real quickly. You unscrew these a little. They're actually plastic screws. You know, they're maybe, I don't know, maybe pot metal. I can't tell. But anyway, so you take those off, and you can take the roof off, which makes it real easy to clean this. And then you can take a look inside. So you see it's just two light bulbs and a single wire, and of course the other wire goes down to the contact, the track contact, and you know, that's pretty good. And oh, you can see this is kind of cool how they put these little frosted windows in that have the images of passengers and crew. It's kind of cool, but yeah, so that's really all it is in there. And I'm before I get that other one over to maintenance for the track coupler, or for the coupler, I'm going to also test these two new cars. I've already tested the other cars, and they do light up. I'm going to test these two cars and make sure they light up, so that when I go over there to get the maintenance done, and then bring it back, and we'll come back and show the running of the passenger set here. I'm going to make sure these bulbs work, so I can, if I need to get a bulb. Fortunately, Kyle over at Beltline Hobbies in Barberton, Ohio, is very well known as a parts guy. He has parts, new old stock, going back into the post-war period and some pre-war period. So anyway, so I'm gonna take a look at these two, test out the bulbs, make sure that all works, get this maintenance done, and then we're gonna take a look at this running after also a little bit of cleanup. Well, here we finally are. Now it's been, I'm going to admit, it's been about a month since we filmed the earlier portion of the video. But Kyle came through and got some of these things fixed. We had a couple of bits of wiring that had to be replaced and so forth. So that's a good thing that we checked all that out. And but I have been spending some time getting the pickup rollers and the wheels cleaned, and that has been a challenge because boy were they dirty. I mean, just grimy. So anyway, here it is. It's running, and I will tell you that you're going to see some flickering on the lights and what have you. And I mean, you know, you did quite often see that stuff with some of this older Lionel post-war items. And this set, by the way, found out was manufactured in 1954. You know, both of these two pieces of the set that I got from two different sources. And what I'm doing here is I am pulling them behind my 1953 Lionel 2055 because that's a big engine. And I will tell you, even though the bodies on these cars are plastic, the chassis and the trucks and everything are all steel, all metal, and it is a heavy pull. So when I first started this up, I had a lot of wheel slippage on the driver wheels, and I had to kind of shut it down and start up not so hot on the throttle, and then we pulled it away. So anyway, and I also moved it over to the dining room table. Most of you who watch the channel know that, hey, you know, I'm usually set up here on the breakfast table, but this is so long because the 2055 is a locomotive with the tender, is a long locomotive anyway. But then we've got these 4 passenger cars, so I've got it set up on the dining room table, and that also is a yard light, post-war yard light, and it is the the number 395 floodlight tower from Lionel, and that is also, you know, mid-50s. So I thought it was kind of cool to put it out there, and we're going to have some nighttime running scenes coming up here shortly, but I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how this all turned out. I'm very happy with this. I really love these passenger cars. There was a different series of these that came out in the late 40s, and they came out in different colors. Green was a really cool color, but I love these silver cars, and they look really good going around the track, and they're going to look really good at night, so stand by for those scenes that we'll put into the end of the video here. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you have a chance, if you like this video, click on like, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll find out when we post new videos. You'll get a notification, and you'll get a chance to see what else we're coming up with. But we really appreciate the support. We appreciate all of the people who have been subscribing to the channel. We're just very humbled by all that. Enjoy the running footage on these passenger cars, and we'll catch you on the next video.